Is today the day for the Australians? Just 11 days into the series, they are 4 wickets away from winning the series and retaining the Ashes.
Yeah, it was pretty weird, to be honest with you.
England, well, they are 228 runs away from what would be quite a miraculous victory. It's more about the Australians, you would think, chasing those 4 second innings wickets, a chance just to etch their name in history, maybe leave a legacy.
Felt like I was bowling extremely well.
Yeah! Oh, Nathan Lyon!
Probably felt like I was bowling best I've probably bowled in 6 years.
Yeah! Oh, not on this occasion.
Like, I'm my harshest critic, but like, I honestly felt like I found something new, and I was really excited for the rest of the series.
Yeah! Oh, yes! It's 3 now for Lyon.
Then for that to be taken away within seconds was pretty cruel, I guess.
Around the corner, and Nathan Lyon did not pick it up, but he does well to recover. As that ball was struck, Nathan Lyon had absolutely no idea where it went, and hang on, he's holding his hamstring now. How big a moment is this? Oh no. This is a sorry sight for Australia, and more so Nathan Lyon.
So I remember walking off the field, going to the physio room, then literally jumping in the car and going straight to the hospital. And there was a lot of questions with the Tara, our sports psych, and the John Porter, our physio, who took me to the hospital.
Serious injury to Nathan Lyon, a hamstring one, certainly gave the fans here some cause for concern.
He's walking a little bit on his toes.
A few tears over it all, but to come back and see Scotty take the last wicket.
There's the edge and there's the catch. Boland takes the wicket. Australia win the Test match.
To see the relief, the joy, the excitement in and around the Australian fans, but also the team about winning, going up 3-0. At the end of the day, that's our job, to win the Ashes, and to do that, and injuries is a part of it, and just so happened to be to me. Absolutely ecstatic for my teammates, but I was in a fair amount of pain as well. One of those ones where you want to celebrate, but you can't. But yeah, there's a lot of love and a lot of care within that change room. First ever surgery, so there was a lot of anxiety around that. Flew out at I think 7:30 or 8 o'clock with the Barmy Army to Melbourne. Ripped it off Sunday, flew over Monday morning, saw the surgeon Monday midday, then I was operated on 10 a.m. Tuesday morning. So that was an interesting experience, but very grateful for the support of obviously CA, but also Dr. Julian Fella, who did the operation.
Nermi, do you know how to lower this, mate? Gaz's injury specifically was quite a traumatic injury to the hamstring. So we have to start by restoring the function of the hamstring itself. 3, 2, 1, let's go, mate. Pull, and relax. Good grunt. And then we work on getting it stronger. And then from there, once we get to a certain level and we have our markers that we look at along the way, then we get back into running and progressing that. The different phases of the rehab, there's a different priorities. The initial phase is the healing phase, and that's the most important part. And then we're trying to return the function, so we're trying to make sure that the hamstring can perform the way it did pre-injury. And then it's a return to play component, but also a return to performance. So it's not about getting back on the field and just being able to survive. We're trying to use this as a block to push him physically so he can thrive and perform at the highest level.
So my typical week looks like three days a week in here doing a run, bowl and gym.
From a sort of gym perspective or a strength perspective, we've restored the range of motion. Once you've done sort of 6 to 8, do sort of 3 or 4 each side. You know, the tissue gets a bit, let's say, tighter or shorter once you have that sort of surgery. So we've restored range of motion. Now we're trying to get its strength back to pre-injury levels, and we're trying to make sure that the difference between the left and the right limb is not too big. It's an asymmetrical sport, so they use one leg more than the other, cricketers, in everything they do. So there's going to be a little asymmetry there, but we try and reduce that as much as we can. So at the moment, from a strength perspective, we're trying to increase the max force or the max output that hamstring can deliver. And his left's PB all time nearly, and his right's really close to where it was pre-injury. The key focus we've got in each program is some eccentric strengthening exercises. So he did a Nordic curl today with a 10-kilo plate, which doesn't feel like a lot, but it's very heavy in terms of that motion or that movement. Stay long, stay long, stay long. Good. The eccentric lengthening of the hamstring is going to be really important over this next little block. And then not forgetting some of the other things as well, right? So Gaz had a pretty traumatic calf injury as well, so we need to make sure that the calves are in a good position as well. So at the end of his session, he did some sort of heavy eccentric calf work. Similar sort of philosophy of training to what we're doing with the hamstrings, but focusing on those calf tissues as well. From a running perspective, as that hamstring strength is improving, we're trying to increase the exposure to max velocity. So we started at sort of 50-60% of max velocity exposure. For Gaz now, he's up to sort of 80-85% of his max velocity. Over the coming weeks, what we'll be looking to do is progress that and making sure he's hitting 90, 95, 100% of his max velocity. The hamstrings work really hard when we sprint, so in terms of an exposure or a stimulus, that's almost as high as you can get without exposing him to the cricket-specific movements that he does in the game.
Having Tom Carter in my corner, he's one of my best mates. He's someone I talk to every day, and Tom's incredibly intelligent and he understands all this stuff. He's a head of the performance at Waratahs. He's very well studied up on this, so I've done a little bit of work externally outside the walls of Cricket New South Wales and Cricket Australia, which has been really good to open my eyes up and get the understanding of it. But he's been probably the main one, if I'm being honest with you, in guidance and support and everything like that. Pretty well back, which is amazing. It's been an interesting 7 months, obviously since ripping the hamstring completely off the bone. I've done a lot of work. I've put a lot of effort in making sure that we're dotting all the I's, crossing all the T's.
I'm blowing.
Why didn't you run with us? Doing all the 1% things to make sure that we get back bigger and better and stronger.
Maintain this posture.
You were shaking.
I didn't want it to tip me over.
But all in all, feeling pretty good. Well and truly on track for August 13.